Go.
Okay, this little series I call the daily twist. Okay, so I'm rotating from side to side. Now, pay attention to my head and eyes, because this is the final version, is where I'm twisting right, my head is left, my eyes roll right. Okay, I'm going to slow this down and do it, and then you can start to do it faster, and there's something amazing that happens in the optical nerve and in the spine when you reverse these things. Okay, so I do a little faster, but I'm used to it, so I can get my eyes and head to go backwards. But first you do it, it'll be a little awkward. Okay, so say 40 of those. Okay, the next addition to this is sitting really tall. My shoulders are soft all the time. This is the main point right here. You're sitting up straight with your spine without lifting the shoulders up. And I'm going to just softly land on the floor and spring as if my spine is a spring coming up to the center. And then you'll feel your core working. As long as you don't lift your shoulders, your core is what lifts you up. Try to have very light touch on the floor and lift up. So I do 30, 40 of those and lift up. That means 20 to 15 on each side. Okay. And the third part of the daily twist is with the legs folded to one side. I'm going to make a wedge of my foot, which is the best, but you can work on that another time. Okay, now I'm going to land on very softly on my elbow. Notice that my head follows my spine. As I land on my elbow, I don't let the shoulder release. I have pressed into the elbow and I feel the back muscles, the neck is long and loose. The strength is in the core. Right arm reaching high. Now what I'm going to do is come back up, not by pushing, but by lifting from inside and stretching over it that way. Lift up. Soft and land very softly. And then up from the center, not pushing. So try to use the least amount of push strength and the most kind of lift from inside. Okay, so 20 of those is very good. And you're going to finish this by staying on your elbow, digging into the elbow, connect your arm to the back, and rotating forward and back. Inhale, open, and exhale, rounding as far as you can move. Swivel your spine around the spinal column, and you'll feel all kinds of work in the obliques, and the abs, and the back muscles, stretching out the chest at the end, open, 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 and then lifting to come back up. On the other side, of course. So that is the daily twist. Okay, to review, we're twisting from side to side. Head and eyes are the later addition to that. Landing softly, coming up tall, landing softly. And then the last part is the landing softly and then lifting from your core instead of pushing from your arm to come up. So we're all in the core. Very good. That's it, okay? Daily twist. And that is my pretty much, oh no, one more thing. The last, most important part of my daily routine is the back wall arch. Okay, so what I do is I kneel with my back to a wall, and I'm very interested in opening this joint, the inguinal crease. I call it the equator. So if you're the earth, this is the farthest point out, bottom tight. You're going to always with relaxed shoulders, lift the arms by the ears, and I'm going to go up and back and try to reach for the wall, and then float, just like in the daily twist, float up. And so what brings you back up is not your arms, it is your core. So you're floating back, floating up, okay? And it's quite a rigorous core exercise and lifting all the way up, very soft. And I do 30 of those. 10 would be a wonderful thing to do. One more thing I do every day, almost every day, is what I call downward cat. This is my own little signature exercise. And after you've warmed your feet up, this will be fairly easy to do. And I want you to notice that my ankles are going to stay strong, the heels together. I'm going to face this diagonal. I'm rounding the lower back, okay, bowing the head down softly. I just lift the knees off the floor, so I'm on the top of my foot and my hands, and the stomach has lifted me, not my legs. Okay, and then coming back down, I'm going to go down into upward facing cat and downward cat. That means a rounded spine, the stomach lifts you. So I would do 40 of these, and maybe start with 5, okay? When your feet loosen up, you'll feel really strong and good doing this. Lift tall. That's it, my daily insurance.